And we back. NBA trade deadline was a few nights ago, and it was incredible, man. One of the more confusing / out of nowhere trades was Porzingis getting traded from the Mavericks to the Wizards for Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans. Kind of wild. Now, since they made such a crazy trade, I decided it is my job to finally get in and do the things they've been trying to do since 2011 and get a championship back in Dallas. Now, we did an entire video of me talking about the trade deadline and my thoughts and opinions about those things. Hit that link in the description if you're interested. But I got to help the Dallas Mavericks out right now because they are struggling to put the perfect team around Luka, and I think I can help with that. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Let's go fix some things. Spencer Dinwiddie has not been great this season. He's an 80 overall. And if I'm being honest with you, I think his overall real life is a little bit less than this, but I'm using someone else's roster / start today scenario thing. So the overalls might be slightly off by a couple things. Not a huge deal, but it is what it is. This is what the tape looks like. They got a lot of guard play, it looks like. And we can help that. Well, I guess next season because we're past the trade deadline. This season is us just simulating. Dorian Finney-Smith recently got an extension, so that's a W. We got Davis Bertans, Maxi Kleber. This team needs a big, in my personal opinion, and we're going to have to think about that come the offseason because we do, say what you want about the trade with the Porzingis thing, we do have assets that could be tradable. You know what I'm saying? We got sign and trade asset potentially in Jalen Brunson. We have some picks that we can throw into some trades. We got Reggie Bullock in the contract for next season. Same thing with Sterling Brown. Majority of the people that are on the team are under contract for multiple seasons. Davis Bertans might be hard to trade because, well, his contract is insane for Davis Bertans, but hey, it is what it is. And even like Spencer Dinwiddie, right? Spencer Dinwiddie is a player that we can dump off next season because he's got the rest of this season, he's got next season guaranteed, and then he's got a team option. So people could be like, hey, we don't want you next season, so bada boo, bada bam, you off the team. So we got some things, man. I don't really necessarily have a complete plan because I think a lot of it depends on how the rest of the league is going. We're not going to be a team that's going to draft a superstar. We're going to have to trade for one, and we just got to see who becomes disgruntled, and I think that can fit alongside Luka Doncic. Let me go look at the rotations because if I trade for Davis Bertans, yeah, he going to have to get some minutes. Make it a 10-man rotation. Maxi Kleber 100% deserve to get minutes. I'm kind of taking a lot of your minutes away because I'd rather have Maxi just play a little bit. Or I guess more than that, more than Davis Bertans. I see him as a better player. Okay, this is what my rotation looks like for the rest of the season. I do not think we're a championship contender. That's what next season is for. Or, okay, maybe the season after that. I don't really know. Okay, here are the awards for year number 1. Okay, all Central Division of the Eastern Conference. Bucks, Cavs, Bucks, Cavs. And, oh, Monty Williams was coach of the year because they were the best team in the league. But wow, the Central Division of the Eastern Conference kind of nice. See, we ain't got to worry about that unless we see these teams in the finals. All right, Luka's All-NBA first team. So that's good for us. His numbers are crazy. He already signed his max extension, so we ain't got to worry about Luka going anywhere anytime soon. We got ample amount of time to build the team around Luka. See, some of these videos, we be doing rebuilds and trying to get it done during a certain amount of time because player X is under contract. Nope. If we can't get a championship before Luka's ready to move on to his next team, we bogus and we might have to disband this shot. Well, okay. That's going a bit. We won't do that, all right? It's just a video game. So in the first round, we're going against the Utah Jazz. How do we match up? So we got Luka, who's going to be unguardable. They got Sterling Brown starting, which tells me there was some injury stuff going on. Nope. They just had Sterling Brown starting for some reason. No injuries were involved at all. Way too much guard play again. Let me go ahead and mess with this rotation just a little bit. All right. Now, let's take a look at this rotation. Not the great. Well, you know what that team looks like. We don't match up very well. We got Luka though. We have the best player in the series, so hopefully that's enough. 1-1, 2-1 us, 2-2. Okay, we aren't able to get out of the first round. Low key, a good thing. Cause can you imagine the video like, oh, they won a championship too. Can you imagine? And Rudy Gobert won Finals MVP. Going against Joel Embiid, he won the Finals MVP. That's kind of a W. Oh, and look, James Harden and Joel Embiid made it to the finals and lost, and they had to go through. The 76 had to go through the Brooklyn Nets in that, and the 76ers were a playing team. Can you imagine if I was doing a video? I'm gonna help rebuild this team and they win a championship before I do anything? See, that would have been tragic. But no, we ain't got to worry about that. Okay, so we have our own first round pick this season, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna be outside the lottery because we are a playoff team. But that is a trade chip that I'm willing to throw in. The 20th overall pick. That's kind of a dub. All right, how do we figure things out? What team might have something that we want to just build around Luka? We got to sell a team in the Indiana Pacers, but they got Miles Turner, who I'm added to my list of players I would potentially want to trade for sure. Okay, I'm going to actually try to bring in TJ McConnell. This is a trade finder trade. They say yes. I gave up Spencer Dinwiddie, but we got Miles Turner, who I think is like one of the prototypical centers that can be successful alongside Luka. I do want to do a sign and trade with Jalen Brunson. I got to figure out what team that is and what player that is. I actually got another player in mind if I'm keeping it a buck with you. The more I think about things. In real life, this team said they're interested in Jalen Brunson. Why? When they have Killian Hayes, who they want to develop, and Kate Cunningham, they want to develop, I don't really know. But if I could get Jeremy Grant on the team, even though both of the players that we're traded for are on the one-year contracts, it's something I'm willing to do potentially, if everything else makes sense. And in 2K, there's no such thing as a sign and trade. So I literally have to sign them and then trade them. You understand? But it's not like a feature in the game for some reason. Trey Burke took his option. That's fine. Maxi Kleber, I feel like I could bring you back for less than 9 if I want to. Josh Green can stay. Moses Brown, I'm going to let you go, my boy, because I also feel like I could bring you back if I need to. Jalen Brunson wants a 4-year deal. I will give you that. Maxi Kleber for a minimum. I will give you that. I don't know why freaking. Oh my God, these two dudes think they're really like that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Even though you fit the system, you not like that, my boy. You're not like that. So actually, I'm gonna lose the cap hold on those two dudes because I just don't. There's no way. So let's bring in Jalen Brunson, and let's figure out what's next. Let's figure out if it is Jeremy Grant or what team could use Jalen Brunson's services and that could also give us something that we want. Financially, this makes sense, just straight up 1-for-1 trade. Does it make sense for the fit of our team? We already extended Dorian Finney-Smith, but one of those two dudes, I mean, they're both lanky wings. You know what I'm saying? One of them can play the 4, one of them can play the 3 potentially. I'm going to try to pull it off, and they say yes. All right, Jalen Brunson, we appreciate your services. Honestly, I might have been able to get like a second or something in there, considering expiring contracts. But it is what it is. We did a little retooling during this offseason for sure. Traded 1 first-round pick and did a sign and trade, and now we got a front court that we really like. Again, one of these dudes are going to play the 3, and it might be Dorian Finney-Smith technically because he might be a better perimeter defense. Let's just go strictly off perimeter defense, honestly. Yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith is a 90. Run him at the 3, and then, run him at the 3, Grant at the 4, and then we're starting to build a team around Luka that plays great defense and let him work his magic. You feel me? Let him work his magic. Another guy that I was tempted to potentially trade for, because I see Jalen Brunson as a combo. So technically he's a shooting guard in 2K, but I feel like he can run the 1-2. And a team that was really looking for some 1 play, I was thinking about trading for Marcus Smart. It would have probably been a safer deal because Marcus Smart is under contract for a couple more seasons or a lot more seasons. But I think he's going to start to regress this season. I'm going to keep my eye on Marcus Smart. But I thought he'd be a good player to have alongside Luka because he's a point of attack defender. These trades do not make us a championship team this season. Not by any means. But it makes us a little bit better because we got some expiring deals in Dwight Powell and Reggie Bullock and Trey Burke. You know, I feel like we might still be able to buy at the deadline. You know what I'm saying? We got some pieces that potentially could help us buy at the deadline. I don't think we're going to get a superstar for the pieces we got, but we might be able to just elevate a little bit. Elevate just a little bit. That's the cheat code to this. You elevate a little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time, and you get to that point. Do we have any money? We have our mid-level exception, so let's go ahead and use that on what we need. Point guard play looks fine. We got some decent backups. Shooting guard play could use a little bit of help, so let's just spend our mid-level exception on that. Get some better shooting, I guess. Gary Harris. Bring Gary Harris into the team, man. He can shoot, he can defend, and we're going to have to cut somebody, and I just don't know who it's going to be. So all the guys we traded for stay put, which is fine with me. 26 years old and 28 years old. We'll take them just being themselves. Celtics. Oh, Marcus Smart did not get worse. Okay, good to know for the future rebuilds that I got to do. We got worse than Dwight Powell, Reggie Bullock. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Oh, man. Okay, that's not ideal for a guy that I want to throw in a trade. Him having this extra year on his contract and him getting worse is not ideal. But the top end talent looks okay. It looks okay. All right. So we're going to simulate. We're going to really rely on Luka to be the guy for us, which we know he can be, and just keep us as a playoff level team. If you can keep us at a playoff level team, we could potentially be buyers and just hope that somebody else falls out of the running. Starting lineup is Luka, Tim Hardaway Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith, Jeremy Grant, and then Miles Turner. Off the bench, we got Gary Harris. We're going to have Josh Green, Trey Burke, or our backups, big players, just non-existent. Non-existent, really. Okay, we got to give Dwight Powell some minutes, and I got to give Maxi Kleber some minutes just so we can have some backup bigs. And then, yeah, all of these guards that you see, some of these guys are going to get flipped. Make sure Luka's our one option. I mean, I don't know who else in the locker room will try to take shots away from him, but let everybody know that Luka's our dude. We lose game 1, but that's all right. Fellas, we are one game over 500. And you know what? I didn't expect this to be very good. I didn't expect this to be this bad either. Luka has to probably be playing out of his mind, but the rest of the team is not performing, which makes sense. Yeah, we don't have a secondary shot taker. He's averaging like 18, 17-ish points per game, Jeremy Grant is. And then Miles Turner's never gonna... Miles Turner 2K version is ass. How about we just agree on that? I'm trying to make this somewhat, not even somewhat... I was trying to get players that fit alongside him in real life. 2K's like, nah, Miles Turner's not that nice. And I'm a little afraid. Okay, so these guys will resign though. Oh, if he resigned for this, hold on, I can kind of finesse him. 10 mil. Oh, W. Jeremy Grant, deal. I know in real life, bro, say he won 120 M's. This ain't real life, brother. The rest of y'all, we'll talk about y'all a little bit later. You feel me? All right. So let's take a look around the league and figure out if there's somebody that's selling or rebuilding that we can snag. Pelicans are selling. That's unfortunate for them. Because, they traded CJ McCollum, y'all. They traded CJ McCollum for like, who? Who did you trade him for? Did you trade him from Duncan Robinson? Hold on, Heat. CJ is a sixth man of the Miami Heat. Wow, okay. All right, so that's something that happened in this game. The Heat kind of look nice. They're the fifth seed, but okay, I mean, if you traded CJ McCollum away, it seemed like you might be having a little fire sale. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get in on that. Brandon Ingram would be the perfect type of dude to have on this team. Maxey Harden, remember, just came off of a finals appearance. They're the 14th seed. They're the 14th seed with these. Oh, James Harden's averaging 17 points per game on bad efficiency. All right, I guess that is the reason why. I'll give you the expiring. That is Dwight Powell. But now you got to give us back a player. This is where things get really bad, and the reason why I don't think this trade will happen. Obviously, we're not giving them nearly the value that Brandon Ingram is worth, and we don't have... You want Josh Green? Is Josh Green a good asset to you? Okay, now that puts us under. I just don't really know how we're going to be able to make this deal happen, which tells me that it probably won't happen. Brandon Ingram's contract is too big, which tells me that Paul George's contract is too big for us to potentially get. So we got to think a tier below that. We're not trying to hit a home run. We just trying to, keep our playoff spot. Don't be in the play-in because the rest can potentially fall into place next season. We don't know. So we need to find, I'm going to go through this again. I mean, this will be dope, but it's unrealistic that a team would trade their 22-year-old guard, right? Best player on the team? Maybe. Is that unrealistic? Happened to him before. I'm going to try to get Terry Rozier, who again is a level below the Brandon Ingrams of the world, but could potentially still make it happen. If I could somehow get rid of Davis Bertans, I throw them a first-round pick that's top 3 protected. Boban, Jaden McDaniels, they say no. Honestly, don't need McDaniels. I was just trying to steal a quality player, but they not going for it, which makes sense. This trade might be good enough to go through, and it is. The first-round pick does get us scary Terry Rozier to play alongside Luka. I like that a lot, man. I know we already had a ton of guard play, so we will make a secondary trade to try to get a second-in center/power forward. But we needed a guy that can hold some playmaking duties as well. This season, he's only averaging 13 and 3 on decent shooting splits, but we don't need him to do nothing super crazy. He just helps us out just a little bit. I mean, we got so many guards here now. One of these guys, like an expiring Reggie Bullock, can get moved because I believe Gary Harris can run back up small forward type thing. You know what I'm saying? One of those things can happen just because we need more minutes here, and we ain't really got that. So let's go back to see who's selling or rebuilding and now focus on backup centers and power forwards. Reggie Bullock, 2 seconds for an expiring Jakopoto. We'll take that. We might not be able to re-sign Jakopoto at the end of the season, but Jakopoto is one of the more underrated bigs in the league, and now we got him as a backup. He won't even start here. And now I can worry about like having Gary Harris run small forward. You know what? Let me stop being lazy. I need to make these secondary positions work too. Is our team better today than it was yesterday? I think so. We might still have one too many guards and not enough power forward play. Even though Dorian Finney-Smith should be starting. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's go get one more. Just one more big. And we have like the expiring of Trey Burke and some seconds that we can throw into it. Or not. There's just not a lot out there. So this is the team we roll with for year number 2. I don't think we're a championship team. But we're better now than we were with the Spencer Dinwiddie trade. I'll say that. I think we're more complete now than then. So let's see. First game after doing all of these things, we're going against the Pals. Don't offer me no trade. They just offered me James Harden. Did y'all see that? They just offered me James Harden. I was like, nah, I'm good. I didn't even, because James Harden's name wasn't first. It was like Shake Milton's name first. Offer me that again, boy. I swear I'll pull that trigger. Don't. Now you got me actually looking at every single trade. 3-game win streak afterwards, though. Trade deadline's coming up. So if you want to offer me James Harden again, I'm honestly, I probably would say no anyway. Oh, we got an injury. That sucks. Miles Turner is injured for how long? Don't be long. Don't be the entire season. Do not be the entire season. Come on. Okay, 1 to 2 weeks. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. We'll take that because Jakopodu's that dude. Jakopodu comes in and now gets those minutes. Slightly higher seeding than last year. Jokic wins the second MVP award. Chet Holmgren wins Rookie of the Year. Nikhil Alexander-Walker is a 6th man in Utah. That's dope. John Knight, Defensive Player of the Year. PJ Washington, Most Improved Player. I don't know what team you're coaching, but he wins Coach of the Year. And we are ready. Luka again, another All-NBA First Team appearance. I need my boy to win an MVP award sometime in this video. I mean, he's averaging 29, 10, and 8. Only thing is, he probably don't got the seeding that Nikola Jokic has. JK. Oh, no. Nikola Jokic is 1 spot higher. But how much? Oh, okay. It's 3 games. It's a 3-game difference between the two. First round, we were going against the Pelicans. We tried to make a trade. We called their phone earlier this season trying to make a trade, and they said no. All right? They wanted to keep Brandon Ingram. And you know what? Good for them because they were really bad. Remember, and I guess the second half of the season, they turned up, and they ended up making the play-in. And there we go. Oh, not play-in, playoffs as a 5 seed. Game 1, we lose. All right, game 2 is a win. Game 3, injury. Who got injured? Terry Rozier and Jakopodu? Did they both get injured in the same? Terry Rozier was already injured. Jakopodu just got added to the injury list. And that hurts because that means we got to give Dwight Powell backup center minutes. And the reason we traded for Jakopodu is because we didn't want to give Dwight Powell backup center minutes. All right, Luka, turn us up, baby. We need you to actually be that dude. Get us out of this first round. Or don't. Oh, or do. Or don't. All right. That's fine. That's fine. That's completely okay. We're okay with that. And they went on to win a championship. 2 years in a row, we have lost to the team that eventually went on to win a championship. It sucks, but at least we can say that we lost to the eventual champions. All right, this is my year, bro. This is my year. We got unlucky. Jakopodu got injured. Only problem, Jakopodu is probably a free agent or going to be lost to free agency. We got to use like Tim Hardaway Jr. and the pick that we got and upgrade that. I don't know. We got to upgrade something because obviously we still missing a piece or two. It looks like the Blazers might be having a fire sale. They use that cap space that they created by trading CJ and trading Norm Powell and Robert Covington. And they signed Zach LaVine, which is a W. But they're selling. Now, Zach LaVine is up to a 93 overall in this simulation. If we want to get Zach LaVine, we got to give them a lot. He's making 36 on the year. We got to give them a lot that's valuable to them, and that's the hard part. What would they value? If you're a selling team, you value draft picks. Or maybe, look at the team. Look at the team. They don't have any depth. Maybe they value that. I don't know. We gonna take a shot. Terry Rozier. Zach LaVine has 5-star value, by the way. Tim Hardaway Jr. too. Financially, we got it going. Obviously, not good enough. Gary Harris. That puts them over. It's not ideal. Oh my God. This is not going to happen, is it? I don't even have I think I have 2 picks. I have 1 pick. Okay. Okay, Zach. I'm sorry. I didn't really realize before I started, talking about it, that Zach LaVine was up to a 93. That's a W. As a Bulls fan, it just sucks that he's not on the team anymore. The Kings, also a selling team. They finished 10th, which is good for them. They made the play-in. That is something that they couldn't have said for 15 years or so. De'Aaron Fox is still on the team. The only problem is De'Aaron Fox is making a bunch of money, but he's not that great as far as overall goes. He only got 3.5-star value, and they're a selling team. So in this, Luke will move over to the 2. De'Aaron will be our 1, and we gonna have to roll with it like that, okay? Tim Hardaway Jr. is a part of this deal 100%. Obviously, that's not good enough. One of Dorian Finney-Smith or Jeremy Grant has to get moved, and I'm guessing it's Dorian Finney-Smith because he's 30 years old, and I'm guessing he's going to be worse next season. And we have a first-round pick. That's all we got. And we got a second. We give you all of our draft capital. Kings, make a Kings move. Nope. Nope. Who do you find valuable? Nobody? You just don't have anybody on our team that's valuable? They have Miles Turner as a valuable piece, but I can't afford to give up him because we ain't got the depth to replace him. The Kings are a team I'm going to talk to at the beginning of the next season about De'Aaron Fox. I don't think we have to rush it and do it this offseason. We'll have 1 extra first-round pick that we can throw in that trade, and we'll have a little bit more to potentially trade because I will have a little bit of money to spend here. I feel like De'Aaron Fox could be a guy that comes in and help us go over the top, basically. Selling team, he can do that. Ja Morant is injured right now. Oh, we do have the rights to Jakob Poeltl, and he want the pennies on the dollar for sure. As a backup center, Poeltl can be our guy for the entire rest of this video. Some of the bad contracts that we had are off the books completely. Poeltl. All right, are we good? All right. Poeltl. All right, player progression. I kind of expected some regression because of the ages of these players. Surprisingly, Dorian Finney-Smith and Tim Hardaway Jr. don't regress. Josh Green is probably going to get thrown into this trade. He's 22 years old. He's getting better and better every season. So I just feel like he might be a dude that's like putting them over the top. Oh, we got another young player return. So I'm going to go ahead and probably throw him in that potential deal. We're going into year number 3 of the rebuild. Luka might be a little bit antsy. They can't get out of the first round. Hopefully a trade like this can help them. We'll give you Tim Hardaway Jr. Oh, Josh Green might have a no trade clause, right? He doesn't. Okay, great. Josh Green, 3-star value to them. That's beautiful. Okay. All right. TJ McConnell. And then you got to give us back players. In this case, we got some rookies here. I got Louis King. Oh my God, Josh Green. No picks involved. Josh Green was enough, baby. Josh Green's value. I did not see Josh Green's value being that high. I mean, he's only 22. I guess it makes sense. But Luke is officially the shooting guard, point guard of the team. De'Aaron Fox is in there as well. And now let's take a look at our new starter 5. Are we a championship team? Let's figure it out. We're going to have our two-headed monster at the guard position. I think that Gary Harris can start for the spacing aspect. And I'm okay with Dorian Finney-Smith coming off the bench because technically he'd be our backup power forward. But then again, I did sign Chimezie Metu for the low. Yeah. And Kenrich Williams is on the team too. We can run a 9-man. Our bench is fine because we got Scary Terry. He might mess around and win 6-man of the year. He's got that type of fire. Are we good? Are we a championship team? We're going to go to the deadline. Maybe buy again. You know what I'm saying? We got the picks. Don't forget, I still got a few picks to give up. We got 2 picks. You know what I'm saying? Do we got expiring deals that could potentially be valuable to a team that's trying to get off some money? Not really. Gary Harris, but he's a big part of our team at this point. Anything is possible. So we are the 1 seed, and you know we're doing okay. It's a bit of a race between the 1 and the 5 seed, so anything can happen. And that's why I want to re-up. I want to see who's out there selling or rebuilding, so I can potentially just bolster up our team. I got to figure out what position we need to handle. I mean, backup point guard don't really need to be handled because we got 3 really good ball handlers in De'Aaron Fox, and Luka, and Terry Rozier. Maybe it's on the wing where Dorian Finney-Smith get upgraded to somebody that's just a little bit better. Dorian Finney-Smith's defense is so damn good that it's just like I don't really want to trade him away. You know what I'm saying? He's such a good defender. But we might have to. We might have to if we can level him up. LeBron plays for the Pacers now, and they're selling. At what point do we like stretch out of realism completely? You know what I'm saying? Add them to the list. At what point? At what point do you stretch out of realism completely? That is my question. Because Chris Paul is weird. That's a lot of weird players on weird teams, man. It's kind of cool. What point do you stretch out of realism? LeBron is on a bad team and potentially his last year of his NBA career, and we're the best team? Hello? You know what I'm saying? I got to think about storylines, don't I? I have to. I got to think about storylines. For the sake of the video, I gotta think about storylines, y'all. Only problem with all of this is that there's not a lot of teams that would be something I would consider an upgrade. I'm gonna go out and he's 2.5-star value, y'all. I gotta go talk to the Pacers, bro. I have to. Click off the video if you want to, but I have to go talk to the Pacers about LeBron. Now, the only thing is he's making $40 million. I just don't know if it'll be worth it long term if like Terry Rozier and Jeremy Grant makes the money match. Oh, what do we do? What's up, bro? Whoa. All right, we better win a championship. Okay, now we have no scoring on our bench, so I gotta go fix that. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I think I was doing so decent when it came to... Not great, you know what I'm saying? But I thought I was doing so decent when it came to realism. And then I saw LeBron, and all of my thought just went out of the... I got to go get a backup guard or somebody that could just score the ball at least a little bit to come off the bench. Is it Lonnie Walker? Sure, it's Lonnie Walker. That was the best we can do with the amount of money we have because we don't, as you can imagine, after trading for another player that's making $40 million, we don't have a lot of money to like give up. So, whew. What are you averaging this season, LeBron? 17, 5, and 5. Let's go with the championship with Bron and Luka Doncic. Okay, not ideal. We were the 1 seed at the trade deadline, and then we are the 2 seed. Bron out here selling our championship odds. Jason Tatum won MVP. This guy won 6 Man and Rookie of the Year together. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Giannis. Most Improved goes to AJ Griffin. Ime Udoka wins Coach of the Year. Okay, that team must be really, really nice over there. No NBA first team for Luka, but NBA second team definitely up there. He averaged 28, 9, and 9, or close to 10 and 9. We'll give him that. And De'Aaron Fox, All-NBA team as well. So we had 2 All-NBA players. So that was a good trade if you look at it that way. Let's go with the championship potentially. We are the 2 seed. All right. First round, we're going against the Houston Rockets who have Russell Westbrook back. Okay. Jalen Green is there. Jabari Smith and Christian Wood. Martin Sloan. That has to be an auto-generated dude. We win game 1. Lose game 2. No, we're not. I'm definitely not about to do this. We are not losing to the 7 seed. Lose in the second round if you're going to lose. Don't lose to the 7 seed. They're not going to lose, though. There it is. All right, we're in the second round. Woo! Progress, baby. We're going against the Jazz. And, man, the progression has these players kind of crazy. 98 for Donovan Mitchell, 97 for Luka. So Donovan Mitchell's better than Luka right now. Interesting. Luka, show him that you the best. Show him that you better. 3. Sweep him. Man, you let Jalen Green put up more of a fight than you, Dono. All right, conference finals. Okay, Cat, Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson is here now, so he potentially could get a little bit of revenge if he really wanted to. All right, let's get it. They're a 5 seed. We're better. 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, 5-game series. There it is. And we're in the finals to go against the C's. All right, the C's team at the best record in the entire league, it looks like. Jason Tatum is hooping his butt off. He's a 96 overall, but he ain't no Luka Doncic apparently. We win at the point guard. We win at the shooting guard. We lose at small forward, but we win at everything except for 2 of the 5 positions we lose. All right, game 1 is a Mavericks win, and it's a good one. It's a close one. Luka, 35-point, almost triple-double. Game 2. All right, I didn't expect to sweep them. They're a good team. They got the MVP of the league on their roster right now. But we come back in game 3, triple-double for Luka at 32. They laughed at me. They laughed at me. Lonnie Walker's your scorer off the bench? Yup. In a game in the finals. 28 points in 22 minutes. Come on, man. Microwave that thing. 3-1 series. LeBron, get you a free ring. LeBron, get you a free ring, my boy. 1 more game to be won. Boom. Luka averages a 33-point triple-double to close out this series. LeBron came to play in the playoffs. Now, his regular season wasn't nearly as good as the playoffs, but it's LeBron. You had to know he was going to turn it up at least a little bit. And Lonnie Walker, where he had that big game. But other than that, he was kind of trash. Hey, man, if you enjoyed the video, leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Rebuilds are coming out very regularly now. Some regular rebuilds, a lot of challenges. Just know I got some things in the works.